Hi everyone. We're going to try doing it this way because the last video that I did and the live that I did that I uploaded, it was choppy, and some people may have some issues with trying to follow it. So I decided to go ahead and do it this way, upload on YouTube, upload on Facebook, and it won't be live, but that's okay because you can watch it at your leisure. First of all, I'd like to say happy coming up New Year. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, because I talked about before Saturn coming home and us cleaning house. Well, one of those things with cleaning houses is who in our lives do we still have that we are holding grudges against, or that we want revenge against, or that we want justice because they hurt us. I have an opportunity coming up on January 26th to actually face the person, really face the person and look into this person's eyes and just have nothing but love for this person in my heart. Love and understanding and just empathy. Just the whole, I understand why you did it. I understand where you came from. I get it. And it's okay. But not really to speak with this person, but to look at them in their eyes, through their soul. The eyes are the window to the soul. Look at them through their eyes and have that love come up through me, out my eyes, into this person. Not look at him with justice in mind, not look at him with vengeance in mind, not look at him with anger, but look at him with love from a soul level. Love that God would have for each one of us. See, that's the thing. We all know that God is love. I mean, the Bible tells us over and over again that God is love. And it's up to us to be that love too. It's up to us to spread that love. It's up to us to hold space in that love. So in my soul counseling, there's a lot of things coming up with different people. And the huge theme of the day, or the theme of the soul counselings, are healing the past. There's parents out there who weren't the best parents. Yep. Parents, we sometimes think that our kids are little renditions of us or mini-me's. We put expectations on our children for them to do what we want them to, and not understand that they have their own role as well that they came here to do, their own mission. Parents, kids that are having kids, deciding not to raise their own kids and giving them to their mom and dads to raise. We need to really get serious about bringing these children in, and how we bring them in through love. Not these oops mistakes that are going on, but really, really channeling that love and bringing that child in and giving that child a really, really loving raising. Can you imagine what the world would look like if every child on the planet really knew what love is, if they felt love, if they experienced love? How would you be today if you were really, truly loved unconditionally? How would you be? I meet a lot of people on a daily basis who were abused by their parents, who didn't know their parents. I hear stories a lot, and it breaks my heart when I hear these stories, because my problem when I was raised, when I was growing up, was I was born with a club foot, and that's what I had to deal with. I had to deal with not being able to do the things that I want to do athletically. But I was pretty much raised in a very loving home. My brother, my sisters, my parents really loved us. My dad, he worked a lot. He went on business trips. My mom, she took care of us in the best way that she knew how. But there's other parents out there and other kids out there whose parents, they didn't. And I'm not on here to bash any parents or how you raised your children or anything. What I would like for you to do, though, however, is to kind of look at the past. How did I treat my child? How would I want to be treated? How did my parents treat me? Did I treat my child the same way my parents treated me? So you see, there's a lot of getting together for the holidays, for Christmas, for New Year's, with family and friends and old anxiety, And isn't it time to clear that stuff? Isn't it time to just really get down in deep? I mean, I see things like parents contacting with no other intention but just to see how somebody's doing now. When it used to be, the only way that they would call is if they had, a secret motive going on, okay? The world is a changing place, a very changing place. You can see it in the news. You can see it going on. There's a lot of pain and suffering. There's a lot of people that are facing those people that push their buttons or were the cause, so to speak, of that suffering. Now, on a soul level, that was brought to me for a reason. But on a human level, it hurts. It hurts. And we hold this and we breathe in the hurt, abandonment, rejection, whatever it is. We breathe it in, and we hold it in, and it becomes a part of us, and then it lives inside of us, and then it becomes us. And then we wonder why we have these diseases that come to us. We wonder why we were never nurtured. We wonder if we'll ever be able to nurture anyone because of that. And it lives inside of us. And it surfaces every once in a while, over and over and over again, because it cycles, because it's inside of us, and we have to get rid of it. We have to let it go. And we have revenge on that person. We want justice. How many people are screaming justice with this Harvey Weinstein thing? How many people are screaming justice when Bill Cosby came out? How many people are screaming justice, revenge, justice? Okay? How many people are going, wow, what does this mean on a soul level? It's hard to look at things on a soul level. Because when we look on things at a soul level, it points back to us. It points back to our accountability and our responsibility in it. It points back to Saturn says, did you get the lesson in that one? Okay. For instance, let's just talk about breast cancer for a moment. Okay. Breast cancer seems to be developing in women and men who were never nurtured as a child. Okay? Or they decided not to nurture another. And it's really sad because the breasts are the nurturing glands. The mammary glands are what are there for nurturing. And if we're not loved, and if we're not really cared for in the way that children so desire to be cared for, so desire to be loved, that can develop. Well, I said earlier, if a child is abused a lot, the child's solar plexus takes a hit. The solar plexus, that's our lung capacity. That's our stomach. That's our, well, not necessarily all the stomach, because the stomach is more emotional, but our stomachs take hits. And then we wonder why we have these things like Crohn's disease, colon cancer. And again, you may think that, these diseases are caused by other things, but actually, on a soul level, they're caused by that spiritual body damaged on the outside. And it goes through into our emotional body, into manifest into our physical body. And then we die. Or then we get sick and don't have a quality of life. And if you look at, really, really, really be honest with yourself. I would recommend, in my universe, to write down those things that are still holding me back. If it's your parents, what my dad said to me that I would never amount to anything. And look at me now. I may be a CEO now, but I still have that hurt that my dad said that I would never amount to anything. But I did. I did climb that ladder, but I still never amounted to anything. Maybe I'm a CEO, and maybe I have been divorced over and over and over again. Maybe my children are like, I don't know, in a one of those private schools where they live. Maybe I had a nanny growing up. My mother never had time for me. Maybe I had a nanny. Maybe my Christmas wasn't happy because I never had family around. Or I did have family around, and we always argued. We're coming into 2011, or not 2011, we're coming into 11, which is 2018. And we have that time now, during this full moon in Cancer, which is very emotional full moon. So if you're experiencing a lot of emotions, and Saturn's in Capricorn, and if they're in opposition to each other, your buttons are definitely being pushed. Maybe it's time not to escape into the alcohol or the drugs or the shopping or the whatever it is this year. Maybe it's time to give that person a call or meet that person. Maybe it's time to finally let it go and heal the past by really just looking at that person right in their eyes, right here, right in their eyes, right in the windows of the soul, the eyes. Many people won't look into your eyes. Some people feel that they'll steal your soul. I like to when I converse, I like to look in people's eyes. But the thing is, when you look in somebody's eyes, yes, they can steal your soul. Yes, if you're an empath, yes, they can take your energy. If you allow that. If you are not living from your heart, if you are not filled with love and have that love as your natural bubble around you, then yeah, you're allowing yourself to be sucked dry by all of the energy vampires out there. That's the only protection that I know of. Real, true protection. Unless you want to put all these stones and crystals on you and do the salt bath and, if you want to continue with that old third dimensional paradigm, or you can get on board with the fifth dimension and understand, hey, I'm love. I'm going to be love, and I am love. And I'm going to show compassion, and I'm going to show kindness. I'm not going to let myself get walked on, though, because if there's energy that I don't want to be in, I'm not going to be in that energy. But I love that person. I'm not going to hold any kind of, grudges at that person because they're deciding to do something that I really don't resonate with. I don't want to do that. And yes, if it's really important, I will go with that person wherever soul counseling is, that kind of thing. But you have a choice. You have a choice because we are being forced, literally forced by Saturn to take responsibility and accountability, to be responsible for our words, our actions, our thoughts, our emotions. And we're accountable for those, because when we put it out there, honey, it's going to come back. It will. It will. The world is about to really have a lot of changes come to it. I've been talking about it for a while. Other people have been talking about it for a while. What if we have a big debt jubilee? What if, one time only, all of the debt, financial, that you are in, that everybody else is in, is wiped clean? What if that happens? Well, the Lord's Prayer is, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Or our transgressors for transgressions. That's not financial. That's a debt against somebody, a debt. They hold my power. Do I want to continue that? Do I want to continue in this anger state? Do I want to continue in this fearful state? Do I want to continue not wanting contact with this person? Because you don't have to contact them. You don't have to. You can do a soul. You can do it by your soul. But I'm telling you, the reason why all this stuff is bubbling up is not for justice. It's not to get even. The stuff is bubbling up so that we can look at each other in our souls and have our power returned to us by doing that. And the only way to do that is to look into the eyes with love and compassion and understanding in our hearts. Because if we're sitting there, we're trying to take our power back, it's aggression. It's not a loving action. Taking from anyone is not a loving action. Receiving is. Receive your power back. So, that's the tool that I have for you today, or tonight. I tried to give it earlier, and the internet's been crazy. In New Orleans, it's there's a sugar bowl. It's New Year's. This is a city that doesn't sleep. And there's hundreds of thousands of people in this city right now. And everybody's got their internet working, and internet is very spotty right now. Even sometimes the phone service is not the greatest right now. But this message was really important for me to get out to you. So when you see that person, or when you hear something on the news, maybe that's a perspective that we could go by. Instead of getting angry at this person or this person or this person. And I'm not making excuses, but what if Harvey Weinstein never knew unconditional love? What if all he knew was that harassment? I mean, we can have a really skewed version of love. I mean, you go around and ask them, What is your definition of love? It's interesting the answers that you get. And we still probably don't even really know what love is. But we know we came from love. We started with love. Love is not something to be earned. Love is a gift. Love cannot die. Love is humble. Love is who we are. When I say I love you, it doesn't mean I want to go to bed with you. It doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. It means I have a heart-to-heart connection with you. Your heart and my soul, your soul. I care about you. But I know that you have your own pathway too. And I'm not going to sit there and judge you on that pathway, whatever that may be. I don't know, you may be a drug addict. That's your thing. That's what you're in. I still love you. You may be a pedophile. I love you. I don't agree with your path. But I'm not going to hate you for it. You may be a murderer. I love you. You may be a liar. I love you. You may just be somebody that's been looking for love. I love you. I love you no matter what you've done in your past. And I will always send you loving light. I consider everyone a friend. I'm a very loyal Cancer. Until that person's not in my life anymore, and that's okay too. That person will be back. I'm not here to judge you. We've been judging enough. I'm only here to love you where you are. I'm only here to help you, to assist you in the healing of yourself. Those lessons that I talked about in my other videos, they're here. They're coming. Are you going to take the time to work on yourself? Or are you still going to look at other people and see what's wrong with them? Because we're each other's mirrors. And if we can't see somebody in a loving way, we need to why. We need to really dig in and find out why. Well, what's going on with that? And you don't have to like someone to love them. You may not like what that person does. But you gotta love them. And the thing is, what's interesting is that you may not like the actions that that person does. That's the whole thing about it. I may not like your actions. I may not agree on your actions. I may not approve in your actions. And there's a lot of people out there that probably doesn't approve of my actions. But I love you. I love you from the very core of my existence. I love you from my heart, my soul, And I just want to let you know this New Year's. And if you want more counseling or more help, you can give me a call. Soulutions, S-O-U-L asterisk U-T-I-O-N-S is my business. My phone number is 303-549-7396. My website is Peacefull, Peacefull Solutions, SOULUTIONS.com. You can contact me on Facebook. You can send me a text message. You can call me. My rates are online if you want to, if you see those. Don't be scared with the rates. And if you really, really, really can't afford that rates, we can work something out. But I have to honor myself too. And I do honor myself by giving you the service, and you can honor me by, paying me. Yeah. But understand something. Going into 2018, we say goodbye to 2017. And you could either have a really, 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 really rough time because you haven't let go of certain things. And they can continue cycling and cycling and cycling and cycling and cycling. Or you can let go of those things, have a healing moment, a healing opportunity, a soulful opportunity. And forgiveness, if it keeps cycling around, it's not forgiven. It's not. The forgiveness isn't there. But true forgiveness only really happens when you can find gratitude to that situation, to that person. I know that I found gratitude for the individual that did what that individual did to me. Because in what he did, it loosened a lot up in me. I was able to release a lot of stuff. It was almost like the dam broke. Just in all kinds of ways when it happened. When I finally realized that on a soul level, that person loved me so much to hurt me in the way that person did. So that I could step out in my power and be the soul counselor that I've always been meant to be. In my readings that I give you, I don't just give you the readings. I give you tools to get through what you need to get through. I give you suggestions. In my world, I would suggest this. And I'm not here to judge you. I already know what you did. I already saw it. I already know why you're here most of the time. Anyway, I just wanted to just give you that message. Again, I love you. I am here to assist in the healing of yourself. Because nobody else can heal you. You have to heal yourself. And I will walk through the fire with you. Take care. Enjoy the Happy New Year. Namaste.